Welcome back, swordsman, to Kingdom Hearts Dawn of Fractured Memory. Even though we don't keep track of the episodes, I believe this is 43. Jesus Christ, we've been at this for so long. Last we left off, our heroes made their way to Radiant Garden to figure out exactly what the hell to do next. Isui, Ken, and Asta just got done kicking a bunch of villainous bootay and decided to just kind of get information while they're back in Radiant Garden. Crystalina came, while Crystalina's actor was AOL because life. Crystalina, the character, spent all of that time with Ienzo trying to figure out exactly how they're going to get Lucas back from being a nobody. With minimal success, but enough of success to understand exactly that there is at least hope for him to come back. Everyone talked for a little bit and was like, okay, what is the next plan? And that is when they realized that some shit was going down in Twilight Town. Oh god, that rhymed.
Nice.
Our players then made their way to Twilight Town to talk with Axel and the sea salt ice cream gang over there. Turns out that there have been readings in the Twilight Town area similar to that of a rift. However, unlike most of the rifts that have been appearing in the rest of the world, where they just pop out of nowhere, this seemed to have been getting increasingly stronger and stronger with every rift that was getting closed. And now it has gotten to the point where places and people are starting to actually get noticeable effects, and well, the readings at this point are pretty obvious. There's something going on. With a little bit of tech whiz and triangulation, Pence was able to ascertain that the energy readings, whatever they may be, is coming somewhere off to the southeast of the Twilight Town area. Much to Ken's dissatisfaction, this is pretty freaking close to where his little village is. And so now our players are off making their way to that area to investigate and to have the long-awaited and long-dreaded conversation with Ken's parents.
Ken, have you been out too late? No, Mom.
Not that dreaded conversation, but that's probably going to be... excuse me. That is probably going to be in that conversation. And that is where we are. Yes, they're having the talk. And that is where we are now. If I remember correctly, you guys said you were taking the gummy ship over to that direction and not just simply walking?
Yeah.
Just in cases.
Okay. Now, is there anything you need to grab from Twilight Town while we're here, or are we just able to kind of move off to the next chapter of this wonderful tale?
That's up
was
to
that?
anybody else. Me thinking, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to just... I'm asking this out here. What do you guys want to grab something from the store? Do we need to stock up?
Isui has a thing to do, but if anyone else has something to do before this, I don't mind.
No, I've got everything I need.
Great.
Same.
Are there any clothes stores nearby?
Yes, there are.
All right.
Does the armor shop count?
Roll an intelligence check to see if that counts. No. Yeah. What are you looking for in specific?
Isui, oh god, I don't know how fancy I should go here.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Isui is looking for more of like a not too flashy of a just sort of a dress that like leaves a good impression on people. If you've seen Legend of Vox Machina, right?
Yes.
So like Alora's dress, she's looking for something similar.
Formal yet simplistic.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Give me. Give me an investigation check to see if we can find something that you're like specifically looking for.
Sure. Investigation, you said?
Investigation.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 17.
Okay, yeah, no, you're able to find something. Looks really nice, looks simplistic, yet it still has that sort of formal look. Surprisingly enough, it's also in it's in your color palette as well. It's got like the light blues, it's got the whites, it's got the mix of all the wonderful sort of colors that you enjoy.
Hell yeah. Well, that was all I was looking for.
Yeah. Alright, so
So do you
Yeah.
like oh good.
I was gonna say, I take it you're gonna get the dress then, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Or are you just looking? Alright, I'm gonna say, Mark, this is Twilight Town, everyone's cheap. Mark, 20 gold off.
You got it.
That's a lot of money, man. I don't know.
20 whole dollars for a dress? I don't
20.
know.
20 money.
Hell yeah.
Alright, what were you gonna say, Angel?
Oh me. Okay, so does she like walk out like in slow motion and like music plays or something like that?
Are you picturing the scene from Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah. The remake when Eris comes out with her hot dress. So is that how she's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, absolutely.
someone rolls out the blue carpet.
Any blue carpets?
I know, nailed it. Moving on.
Oh yeah, that was when Cloud. Oh yeah, no, Cloud.
That was with Cloud, yeah, but honestly, the sentence still works in this.
That's part of the whole game.
Is there any other?
Honestly, that was probably the best line in the entire game.
Now I like the part where he says, "I give a shit," and he pulls out his Buster Sword. Yeah.
That's true.
So what do you think, Ken?
Well, at first he's just kind of like, "What's taking her so long?" And he's like, "Okay, we gotta place. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!"
Ken, make a charisma check to see how flustered you are.
Oh, I just roll in that one, and I'm just like, whatever. Let's see.
This better be a good roll.
All right, you said what? A performance check?
No, charisma check.
Well, we'll just take the 18, I guess.
No.
Well,
no.
Then I feel like Kim would still be flustered.
You are super flustered, and you are blushing.
Oh fuck.
Do you like it?
Uh,
You can be honest. I mean, I only spent 20 money on it, so.
I think it looks. Honestly, help me out here. Please.
You look wonderful. I feel a little dressed down.
What she said.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Asta's just chilling with a giant axe and a chainmail shirt. Then just like Ken is just like decked out in armor.
Well,
Just kind of just.
You okay, Ken? You look a little red.
yeah.
Wait, say again.
Are you alright, Ken? You look a little red.
Fine. If anything, I look a little blue because the shirt I'm wearing. Oh wait, no, that's the color of her dress. No.
Right.
Okay. He's just gonna walk up to you and be like, "You look great. Really great. In fact, almost too great."
I didn't know there was such a thing, but
Yeah, there's a thing.
well, this leaves a good impression with your parents then.
Is that why you're dressing up? I thought you were just. I just thought you liked dresses.
Well, I do like dresses, but I don't have really I haven't had a reason to wear one for quite some time, so it gives me a
Oh.
good excuse.
Okay.
Oh, this is
really-
beautiful.
Stammer this much? You're normally pretty confident.
I am confident. I am so confident, in fact, to the point where like I need to go to the parents' house so I can carry on with my mission.
Yes, well, let's get going. And I start walking and I forcefully grab your hand.
Wait. And he just says
I
it in
love
his head.
this is great.
He did not know it.
He nailed the
No,
fucking
he did
word.
not. Alright, you guys make your way back to the gummy ship. Axel and Shion are waiting for you. Both are a little like jaw dropped as Isui starts walking up the ship's ramp.
You guys like it? Axel? Shion? Or is it Lee?
It's Axel, but he looks and he's like it? Are you kidding me? You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, with that, you all hop in the gummy ship.
Just that awkward step. You look great!
Oh, thank you.
And then you just let's get on the ship.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Alright, you guys all get in the gummy ship, make your way out to the southeast or west, I don't know, somewhere in the south. I always forget where. I think it's southeast. You guys get out. You guys make your way farther and farther away from the Twilight Town and through the sort of dusk-filled hills and forest area. It doesn't actually take too long. I mean, you're in Twilight Town. It's not like you're traversing across the universe to get here. It takes like maybe good like 15-20 minute flight. You guys land in an area like maybe a little bit outside of where Ken's village is. You can see all the little houses in the in the village. You can see that it's obviously there are people living there and whatnot. Like there's you know how like you're like traveling and you can sort of like see there's like this sort of indent in a forest area where it's like, oh yep, people are living there. It's a lot like that. You settle the ship a little bit outside of the village area. Land, everything has pretty much been smooth sailing. There's been no bumps, no trips. You guys hop out of the gummy ship and make your way out from where make your way out into the edge of the forest where the trail is. Ken, you obviously know where you're at. You know, granted, you basically saw where your village was as you were coming in, but even if you didn't, you kind of know where it is from kind of where you are in the forest right now. Axel and Shion just kind of come on out, and they're like, and Shion's like, well, this is about the area where Penn said the energy signal was coming from.
Yeah. This is it.
Shall we investigate then?
And yeah. One way to do so. Let me land. He's gonna land. If we're actually like, where the if we once we arrive, he's gonna land.
Mm-hmm.
Not in like a tree or anything.
OOC question. Has Ken ever told me like his last name and stuff?
Kind of. I mean, you've heard his last name before, but because I haven't told you guys directly, but you guys have heard it through me using the Keyblade.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah. I haven't.
Then again, it's also gotten retconned once or twice. So,
Has he?
well, remember you had it as one other name before, but then you switched out because it was like the last name of one of your other OCs or something like that.
Yes. So yeah, I had to change it. But his Keyblade. I just named it after his Keyblade.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably know.
But-
Okay.
Yeah. Well, more like as far as you know, that's just the name of his key. That's just the name of Ken's Keyblade. Not like you don't know his actual last name.
Gotcha. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, you guys start making your way towards where the village is. You see Axel and Shion are kind of in the lead, but they're kind of like in the mid lead. Like it's not like they're kind of like head of the trail kind of situation. It's kind of like, okay, all right, let's go this way, but we're just all going to be in one big puddle group.
Puddle. Hisui. Water.
Yes. Eventually, you guys make your way out of the forest area into this little village. The place itself looks kind of like a rural-esque sort of mini town. I mean, there's like there's like houses and like one-story buildings scattered all around the area. Sort of like cobblestone walkways and whatnot. It's a lot of the buildings look as if they've been still kind of charred, but a lot of the structure looks immensely new. Like maybe definitely built within like the last couple of years or so. There's still sort of like but some of the buildings still have like ashen marks and like fire like remnants of like fire burns all across the area. The cobblestone walkway is kind of also charred to a bit of an ashen black, but most of the buildings themselves do look like they have been rebuilt. Ken, for you, this is definitely a very comforting sight, as the thoughts of everything still being destroyed, burnt, and in ruins still somewhat rests in your mind. But as you look upon the sort of rebuilt village, you kind of not really a sense of it's like a bit of a sense of comfort to you to know that things are slowly getting back to how they used to be.
Yeah. So he's just gonna have a nice warm smile on his face. He's gonna be like, ah, yes. But
Home sweet home.
great. Oh, okay. He's just gonna yeah. He's just gonna head on. I mean, there's nothing else to. I mean, unless anybody else wants to like look around the area.
I think I'm good. Unless there's anything specific that we notice that like tells us that like something has recently happened. But other than that,
Yeah.
All right. No, there really isn't anything much showing much else. Like some of like the other townsfolk that are in here kind of look to you guys, see Ken, kind of have like one of those moments where they like wave, and it's just kind of like those muttering of like Ken's back, he's back, yada yada, that kind of whole thing. And as the more and more you guys kind of make your way further and further into the village, the more that people start to like take notice of you guys and peek their heads out and look around.
Ew. I have not been gone for that long. He just says to the group, I have not been gone that long. Nor was I ever famous in this village. I was
Are
just
you
that
sure?
very sure. I was just like an annoying kid who just, you know, did crazy shit, did crazy stuff.
this welcome that you're receiving says otherwise, though.
I don't know. Could be. I don't know.
I mean, building a
Could be
Keyblade
the fact.
is kind of a big deal.
I guess that's a good. Yeah, that could be a reason why. Also, you know what? I think I just remembered. I did stop the attack, so I guess that's another reason.
Yeah,
I
just
don't know.
like Ken's looking like, why the hell are they greeting me like, oh wait, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, I kinda maybe sorta did just save their life a while back. So yeah, good point.
So maybe a little famous.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Are you guys all right? Are you guys just kind of like walking around, just like taking a look at everything, or you guys like heading to an actual spot?
So he's looking as he's heading towards his parents' house. He is like looking around and seeing what's changed and stuff. But like he's mostly headed towards a destination. If anybody else is wants to like go into a separate if you want to look at something quick, or like just look at something in general, then he'll break off and look at that too.
I think I'm just gonna like comment on how like beautiful and serene the village is as we're going by.
Yeah, it's a very nice village. It's not like the hugest place and not the most uh I guess grand as regular Twilight Town, but it's home.
Yeah, it's nice. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
Ken, as you're kind of looking around, like I said before, it seems like for the most part, looks like the people rebuilt all of like the buildings and whatnot, kind of like back to how they were with a little bit of a new. Some of them have like maybe a couple of different paint coats that then you remember, like. But aside from that, it seems like for the most part, they just kind of tried to rebuild all the buildings back to how they were. The village squares got some sort of new cobblestone in to replace all the ones that kind of got destroyed after the attack. No, but everything for the most part almost it looks almost identical to how it used to be, but it also looks a little different to your eye, as you haven't really been here for the last couple of years or so.
That's interesting. He just sees a couple of things. Yeah, those things that have been changed or updated, and he's just like, what would they? I mean, I don't question the infrastructure, I guess.
After a little bit, Ken, you direct him. You kind of move along the village to where your parents' house is. It's not quite as it's kind of like in the mix of everyone else's houses. I mean, they might be in charge of the village, but it's not like they really make that big of a deal about it in terms of like trying to show stature or whatever. They're humble people, so they kind of have a house that is about as basic as everyone else's, and they kind of live in the same area as everyone else. They don't. It's just this like sort of nice, sort of brownish orange one-story house. It's got a nice little area out front. You can see that things are like starting to grow in the little garden area. There's a couple of other things just kind of scattered around. You can see that smoke is piling up from the chimney as if the fireplace is going.
All right, so everybody ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And he opens the lay door when he gets up to the door.
All right,
Well, more like he's gonna knock on the door.
Okay, yeah.
Though it is his house, he wouldn't just walk in.
Yeah. You knock on the door. You hear a voice somewhere in the house yelling out, "Be there in a second!" You hear footsteps coming from part of the house, coming up towards the door. the door opens and you see your mother.
Hi. Hi.
You see she kind of stares at you for a quick sec, kind of a bit of surprise, and next thing you know, she's almost attack hugging you and just holding you real tight. And
Jeez. Hi.
oh, Ken, it's so good to see you. Oh, look at how much of you. Have you cut your hair? Did you cut this yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, Ken, remember the last time when you tried to cut your hair and you almost tore my curtains?
Yeah. I think I also remember I kind of when you caught me, I accidentally cut the couch as well.
Oh, yes, no, that was definitely a nightmare and a half. Oh, but look at you. It's so good to see you home.
It's so
Your
good.
father is going to be so happy to see you. He should be actually coming home pretty quick. She then kind of looks to the side of you and sees the rest of the group and is like, "Oh, I didn't realize you actually brought your friends over."
Hi. Wait, I already said that. Yes, these are my friends. These are my friends, my pals, and my home slices. This is Isui.
Hi.
This is Asta. These two are my partners in crime. And
You see,
Oh.
you see Ken's mom comes up to you, Isui, kind of looks at you and smiles, and she's like, "So you're Ken's little girlfriend, aren't you?"
Yep, that would be me. It is lovely to meet you, Miss Ken's mom. How should I refer to you?
Oh yeah, we actually Angel. Did you actually have names for your parents,
yes.
or
Hang on.
yeah? I feel like you texted them originally, but I don't remember which chat that was in.
Shion is
Oh
obviously
yeah.
the mother.
You see Ken's mom kind of smiles at you, Isui, and she's like, "Oh, please, you can just call me Shion." And then you see the key bearer Shion is just like, "Huh, that's also my name."
But spelled
Uh,
differently. Well, these two are also my friends. My also home slices. They're more like the wheat kind of bread. But this is Axel and this is Shion with an X.
Mama Lionheart. We're just gonna call her Mama Lionheart. Mama Lionheart looks to the two of them and she's like, "Oh, it's so nice to see that Ken is actually making some friends
Mom,
after everything."
make friends.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just, after it was just like before you left, you're always such in a bit of a mood, and I just was wondering if you're gonna stay in that mood forever, or if you're actually gonna have some friends.
I've had friends before, have I?
The pet cat doesn't count, honey. I mean, actual friends to communicate and play with.
And you can play with a cat, yeah.
Speaking of which, how are they doing? I don't know if it's a boy or girl cat, so I don't.
Your mom looks to you and is like, "Oh, everyone is just fine. Your father should actually be home anytime. So why don't you guys make yourself at home, and I'll whip you all something to eat."
Okay. Thank you. I don't know why I'm so
You got
nervous to stand, but it's really nice to see you
parent
again.
moment. Yeah. Everyone kind of makes their way in. Ken, your mom kind of holds you off to going in last and kind of looks at you and is like, okay, now I know I said I was worried about you having friends, but I gotta tell you, Ken, that girl Eastwees, she's,
He's
I'm just saying. Does she always wear a dress like that? That is such a beautiful dress.
He does not. She wears this cool.
Blushing.
No, I'm not blushing, Mom. She wears a nice looking pantsuit, and it's very cool. But she does not always wear a dress, and I need to like leave this situation because this is not good for my
Kenny.
head.
Kenny, there's no
Wow.
reason for you to be embarrassed about your mother.
I'm not embarrassed about you. I'm just, it's just that.
Honey, you're blushing.
I might be. You don't know that for sure.
Roll a deception check.
God damn it. This is the first step into darkness. You lie to your mom.
Oh no.
Where is no, there it is. I'm not good at deception. Apparently I am, so 11.
Yeah, well, this is going against mob logic, so you see your mom just kind of smiles. She's like, oh, all right, go in with your friends. I'll be there in just a sec.
Okay. He's gonna okay, does he see the cat anywhere?
Yeah, you see the cat just kind of chilling on a little just kind of chilling on a chair off to the side, just kind of like his usual like sort of cat nap.
Shishi, you're here still. Hi.
You go over, you scratch little Shishi behind the ears. Obviously this cat's loving the attention.
It's been so long. How are you? Oh, hey guys, this is another one of my family members. This is my cat. Well, their cat, but it's still my childhood cat.
No. Is it a boy or a girl?
Yes.
Oh, great.
They're adorable.
Thing. We'll just say it's a dude, because I don't know what else to say. I don't know. She sounds like a. We'll say it's a. We'll say it's a
It
girl.
could go either way, yeah.
It really can. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll just say it's a
I
girl.
mean, yeah,
Oh.
no. As you guys are kind of making your way into Casa de Leonha, you notice that this is almost close to a typical sort of family feeling home. Fireplace is going off. You see photos of Mama and Papa Lionheart when they were younger. You see pictures of them holding little baby Ken. You see a bunch of childhood pictures and whatnot. The interior of itself is kind of like the same color as like everything else in Twilight Town, sort of a dusk-ish, sort of orangish brown.
Oh man.
It's just a typical family home.
It's like a Pixar movie. No. He's gonna immediately find all the baby pictures and he's gonna like put them away.
Wait, Ken, what was that photo of? Oh, and now it's
That. Yeah. No, that's my
sleight of
cousin.
hand. Sleight of hand.
Oh, I have a 3 sleight of hand, so it might work. Who knows? It might work. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, don't do it. I know what you're about to do. Alright, so yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, no, that was my cousin. So yeah, I just had to put that away. Because, you don't need to know about my cousin. He's kind of a dum-dum.
Are you?
We don't talk about Ken's cousin.
You don't talk about Ken's cousin. His name is Neck.
You see, after a few minutes, Mama Ken comes out with some sandwiches and iced tea. Sets it down in sets it on the little table by the couch, and she goes, well, it took you guys long enough to actually come by, but then again, I understand that you guys are busy and all, and Riku has been giving us updates once in a while about how Ken's doing, but
yeah, we've been doing pretty alright. Nothing too crazy going on. So yeah. But I do have one quick question.
of course, sweetie, what is it?
Well, on the right here, while we were heading here, they informed us. Someone informed us that something is off about this place. Like kind of like a. Here, Axel can kind of explain it.
Yeah, Axel.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Axel kind of. It's like kind of those moments where someone's like drinking something and they like kind of get surprised and they just kind of like partly sputter some of their drink out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like one of the yeah, it's like that. So you kind of caught Axel in the middle of having some iced tea, and he catches his name being said, just kind of sputters it, say it back a little bit, sets the glass down. It's like, oh, geez, way to put me on the spot there, Kenny. But basically, we've noticed that there are some things that have gone on that may have made some people kind of remember some things differently than how it kind of originally is. And we just want to know if something like that has been kind of happening out around here. You see, as Axel kind of says that, you see Mama Lionheart kind of think about it for a second. She's like, well, there's not much that I can think about. I mean, people have always had some confusion about the attack that happened a couple of years ago, but some people were always saying that it was a giant black cloud. There were some people that were saying that they saw something along the lines of a wolf of some sort. I don't know. It's honestly always been kind of hard to kind of keep track of everything. I mean, also considering the fact that everyone was in a bit of a panic back then, but I mean, then again, heartless attacks have been kind of always a little frequent. They've never was in that magnitude as it was 2 years ago, but it's not surprising to know that a heartless attack is to see a heartless attack around this area.
Well, if there is, your son's a key bearer now, and he can now protect people if anything like that were to happen again.
Yeah, and no, I hear that, and the village would definitely sleeps. It'll definitely feel a lot better now that well, they have definitely been feeling a lot better ever since the end of the attack, and how my little boy here managed to help put the Heartless at bay and whatnot.
Well, it wasn't all me. It's, that's these guys who helped me. These two crazies. They've been helping me put away the Heartless all over the world.
You see your mom kind of nod and is like, I know, and all things considered, I was a little worried about what would happen if your Keyblade potential actually did manage to manifest itself, because, well, I think we all kind of can understand exactly why.
Well, I mean, that honestly is of no importance. That, that is how it is. So, I mean, you guys, just know that I'll, if there's anything that happens, we can do it. We can, handle it.
Glad, but I mean, still, all things considered, I'm not really a fan of the idea of my boy going out into danger like that and whatnot, but
What? Your boy's a tank.
You are pretty reckless at times.
You just kind of just slowly just.
And she just drinks and looks away.
Don't mind her. She just means that I attack too recklessly. I don't put any plan into my attacks. And yeah, she's right. Right?
Fully walked away.
And
you see your mom kind of laugh a little bit, and it's like, well, regardless, I'm glad to see that you're doing a lot better, and it's good to kind of see you smile and whatnot.
Yeah. It is nice to smile every now and then.
You see you see that your mom kind of sets her tea glass down as she's kind of drinking along with you guys, and she's like, now, getting back to this whole memory thing, like I said, the only thing that I can think of is people always being a little confused about exactly how the attack happened a couple of years ago, but we're not necessarily the only village out in this area. I mean, there used to be one further down the forest a little bit that we used to sort of share trade routes with all the time.
Yeah, that is one thing that because for the longest time, ever since the attack happened, I thought that it was, just a cloud of darkness. And it was just, how would you say, kind of like residue after, Xehanort was vanquished. But later on, I found out it was actually just an attack from one of the people we're trying to beat. So, I mean, that could be, my whole memory might be messed up. Maybe my version like is like a either false or it happened and they changed it. The people who were trying to chase, like they usually do for all the other worlds.
You see your mom just kind of shrugged and was like, well, I don't know, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to try and talk to some of the rest of the townsfolk, see exactly what they remember. And like I said, we weren't the only village out here in the area that were always being suffered from heartless attacks. And honestly, I don't think we were. I think even some of the. think I've even heard of like maybe a few other villages out in the far ends of the world being attacked after the fall of Xehanort. It was almost a common thing. That's one of the reasons why we first reached out to the key bearers when they first started to kind of hit a little harder.
You know what? I have an idea. Well, more like this has nothing to do with our current situation, but since you said that, I feel like once all this is over, that is, if anybody wants, to help me out, yeah, I'm going to like put myself on a little bit of a Guardian of Light break, just a little break, while I come back to my town, and I'm gonna protect not only this town, but hopefully, other towns. They just, tell me what's happening, and they relay it to me, and then I'll go out there and I'll fight it, because this place isn't really getting much coverage from, in terms of protection, so I wouldn't mind being like a guardian of some sort.
Axel kind of nods and is like, he's like, yeah, of course, like Roxas, Shion, and I have been trying to do our best, but it's always good to have like a few extra sort of hands to kind of help out with everything, and that was one of the reasons why some of the others decided to take on apprentices in the first place.
Yeah. Well,
not to pry Axel, but did you ever have a student, an apprentice?
You see Axel kind of looks to you, kind of thinks for a second, is like, not that I can think of. I don't even think I would be able to even be a good enough teacher.
Insight.
Shion was like, and kind of, go for it.
Can I assist? Because I know, because I feel like Ken knows what she's doing. So, yeah. Ken knows what she's doing. So yeah, I'll
you can help.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's being he's being legitimate. As far as he knows, he has never had an apprentice.
Oh.
They did the time fuckery on him.
Oh god.
He doesn't seem. Does he seem okay? Does he look like he's like kind of like sad about it? Like is he like saying it in like a no, I never really had an apprentice, or is he more like just casually just saying it? Yeah, no, I never had an apprentice.
It's more casual.
Yeah, I think okay. Yeah, they did the time fuckery on him. I knew it.
Yeah, and Isui, you also recall when you guys were when you were in the meeting with the rest of the Seekers of Light. You remember when they were talking about Arya, and you do remember that there was something that the Sea Salt Trio. It seems like they might have been trying to remember something, but you weren't entirely sure about it all, and it seemed like they weren't even entirely sure what they were trying to remember to begin with.
Okay. Would you say their memory got fractured, or like?
Yes.
That's cheating. You can't do that.
But yeah. No, Axel's just like, yeah. No, I haven't had an apprentice. I mean, honestly, all things considered, Shion was the closest thing to an apprentice I have. She kind of punches him in the shoulder and is like, "Hey." He is right, though. He never had an apprentice, as far as I can remember, either.
Well, I bet you'd be a good teacher. You've got that like air about you, you know. I feel like you'd be good at that.
Axel just kind of chuckles, like, "What? Me? Are you kidding? I'm too much of a goofball." Well, I mean, also so is Sora, but I'm not that much of a goofball.
I've got that memorized.
More or less. But yeah. So there's something going on because they can't remember, and he's not gonna say that Axel doesn't remember about the thing, but he's gonna kind of keep that in his head. He's gonna be like, they don't remember. Axel doesn't remember. So I wonder what wonder what happens.
He seems like something, doesn't he? One of these things is not like the others.
All right.
Good
Another
old plot torture.
what? Well, he's gonna say, he's also gonna ask another question. Oh, have you seen any sort of like time dimensional wormholes kind of just appearing anywhere?
Are you saying this to your mom or to Axel and Shion?
Yes, well, the mom.
Your mom thinks for a sec, and she's like, "Oh, I can't think of anything lately, no, but I mean, I do remember seeing, I mean, granted, this was almost years ago, before the attack on us, but there was a bright light that emerged from one of the other villages just a little bit west of here. I mean, this would have been maybe 3.5, 4 years ago, decently before the attack on our village.
Was it? So it's just like a bright light? Was it not like an explosion or something?
Well, from what we heard, from what we could tell, if I remember correctly, it was sometime in like the middle of the night or so, and we heard a sort of large booming sound, and when we went to look outside, we saw like bunch of like bright light and like other flashing lights that were occurring sort of towards west of here, which, like I said, is another village that was out there, but we just assumed that it also fell to the Heartless attacks.
Do you know anyone from that village that's west of here?
She kind of thinks for a moment and is like, there was an associate of Ken's father that was there. The villages usually try and have have good communication with each other to ensure that like a good amount of like trading routes, peace agreements, yada yada, that whole stuff. I don't know. I don't usually keep track of all that stuff, but Ken's father did have an associate of his that was there, or is sort of acting as sort of not necessarily an informationalist, but he helped Ken's father whenever he went out to kind of go in meetings in that area, just to kind of ensure like everything that's going on sort of semi-politically, the connection to Twilight Town, yada yada, that whole thing, but can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Well, I am just as puzzled as you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything that could like. So it was like, how late at night was it when it went off?
Not too late. It was. I remember it was before, like it was before midnight or so. I'd say like maybe around 10:30 or so.
And was like everyone that was in this village was like here in this village when it happened?
No, there were still people from that village during the time where it happened. We had some people come here afterwards, seeking sanctuary, and by the time that we called out to the key bearers for addition, and by the time for the key bearers for assistance, they said that they were already out there and that the village was kind of sort of missing. She turns to Axel and Shion as she's saying this, who actually, let me roll, because I have stats for Axel now. Haha. Hey. So let me roll a history check for Axel. Of course, Axel's the one that doesn't really remember shit.
Yeah, that time fucking really fucked with him hard.
I don't have stats for Shion yet, but I'm just going to
roll 20.
Okay. You see, Axel is trying like in deep thought, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I kind of remember what went on, but you see, Shion was like, yeah, but you weren't actually there, Axel. Me and Roxas were the ones that were there that night. What I remember happening was that we got message of a heartless attack that happened there, but by the time we were able to get over there, we're already starting to be in chaos, and villagers were starting to turn into heartless. The entire place was about to get leveled, but most of it was just gone for the most part. And and when I say gone, I don't necessarily mean like it was like destroyed or anything. It was just almost like it was almost like half the entire place got turned into a ghost town.
Um, uh, how long was it like? Because you guys got the call, right? So like, how long did it take you guys to get there? Like, what was the window?
Sushion kind of thinks for a sec. It's like 20 minutes at least, something like that. It could have been a little quicker.
That is weird. I don't know. Damn, I'm stumped. I'm puzzled.
I think everybody here is puzzled.
Ken's mom just kind of nods and is like, "It's definitely been a mystery, but like I said, some of the villagers from there who managed to make it out made their way either here to one of the other neighboring villages, or I think a couple of them even made it to Twilight Town itself, but that's all I can kind of tell you about what happened then." And like I said, almost a year and a half to 2 years later, Heartless attacked our village here, and well, I'm sure you guys kind of all have heard that story already.
I saved the day.
Yes, you are great. So, so the timeline. Wait, how long ago from present day did that like mysterious light happen?
About 3.5 to 4 years ago.
3.5 to 4, and then 1 to like 2 to 5 years later, the Beowulf attack happens, and then
It's more like because like okay, the attack on our village happened. Well, this is me speaking out of character. The attack on our village happened when he was 16, and he's 19 now, so that was 3 years ago. And if the attack happened on that weird mysterious light happened 1 or 2 years ago, it would be 5, pretty much.
No, it happened. No, the mysterious attack happened 1 to 2 years before the attack on your village.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be about like from present day to that time. It was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
You said
Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact timeline, so.
You were how old when the attack took place?
Ken was 16.
16. Furiously taking notes because I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Note taking is crucial.
Would Isui know how long the Cult of Shadows has existed?
No. The Cult of Shadow. None of the members of the cult have said anything about how long they've been active. So you don't really have any idea on exactly. You don't have any idea on if they've just been doing it recently or if they've been at this for the long game.
So this could have been anyone. Fucking fuck.
Sweet, you curse?
I mean, frick and frick. Sorry, miss. I don't mean to disrespect your counsel.
Oh, it's all right. You should hear Ken's father when he's upset.
Oh yeah, he can scream pretty good sometimes.
I hope he likes me.
It's one of the reasons why we had to soundproof his office.
You had to soundproof his office?
Yeah, I mean,
we had complaints from neighbors.
I see.
At least 3 times.
when you're pretty much kind of like when you're pretty much the leader of the entire village, you're kind of like you're an important man, so and it's a lot of stress. So
Yeah.
you gotta, you know, you gotta be loud, you gotta be angry.
Rah. Like that?
That was the greatest thing I've ever heard ever.
I know, I do lose my temper sometimes. I gotta keep it in check.
Yes, I don't even think I don't think I've ever even saw you frown.
I've frowned before. Don't act like I haven't.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, I know you have, but
Yeah.
I don't like to see it.
Oh.
Anyways, so what?
Oh.
What's the plan of action?
Wait. I'm sorry. I just have one last question. Oh, OC.
Yeah.
So, I don't. So at the beginning of the campaign, there was some dude dressed in a dandelion outfit. Was that in Radiant Garden or was that in Twilight Town?
That was no, the thing with the dandelions was from Daybreak Town, which was during the time period of Union Cross, which was well before any of this.
There was some dude. I remember we sealed a rift.
Yeah,
And the rift turned into a person.
Yeah, the fox guy.
The fox dude.
He started with his name
Yeah.
started with an A. It was like Ashton something. It wasn't Ashton. It was fucking what was his
It was
name?
Argus.
Argus. Yeah, Angus beef.
No.
Got it.
So, no, the thing with Argus was that he got caught in between. He got caught in the dimension kind of between rifts and got spit out in your guys' end after you sealed the rift in one of the rifts in Radiant Garden. But he came from, but like his original time period was back during Union Cross, which is way before Sora and Riku and any of that.
Okay.
Which we still don't have an exact year for some reason. Is it
Well,
hundreds of years ago? Thousands of years ago? 10 years ago? Who knows?
I mean, yeah, that's true. We don't have an exact time period, but mainly because Union Cross is an era that was only noted during mobile games and not on console or any shit like that. Which kind of sucks, but I mean, what more can you do?
That's true. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Because we can either, because I also want to meet your dad, Ken, but we can also check out that village west of here and I mean, is it like still destroyed or did people like head back there and like rebuild?
You see Mama Lionheart kind of shrugs and is like, there's always been talk of people trying to rebuild it, but as far as I know, it still remains empty.
Okay. Well, we can try talking to people around town, and see what they know. And then we can check out that like Western Village and see what's there and see what like remains and stuff. I mean, that's all I got though.
Well, what do you guys want to do so far? Well, no, we already know what we want to do. More like, what do you guys want to do, like, right at this moment? Do you guys want to leave or stay for a little bit?
I mean, I am trying. I would like to meet your dad. So I mean, we can do that, or we can just like, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
That literally answered none of my questions.
I don't have much of an opinion. It's all right.
What about you, Asta? Please say something.
I'm open to staying a little longer to meet the rest of your family.
Okay, that's one. Now, I would like
I just want to know.
stick around because I would like.
Oh, I just want to ask parents at some point.
She freeze?
What happened to make you like a dirt eater? But it's not urgent.
What happened to make you like a what?
Yeah, you kind of cut off.
I'm sorry. A person that consumes dirt.
Uh,
I didn't consume it. I licked it.
Yeah.
Here, I was expecting questions about his heritage. No, we want to know, why does he lick a dirt?
It's
Yeah.
an important question.
I was desperate.
Your
I was trying to make myself look cool in front of these.
Your son, valiantly.
Don't listen to them, Mom. Please.
Your son
Please don't.
valiantly leaned his head down, and opened his mouth, and licked dirt. But it was for a good cause. It was the situation that we were in.
I promise, Mom, that never happened. I promise.
It was for a good cause.
She is laughing at this. And not like in sort of the embarrassing way, in sort of like the, yep, I almost expected this of my son sort of way. She's like, oh, that's honestly not the worst that I've heard Ken doing. Honestly, considering how much he got into trouble when he was younger.
He's like looking over at her. He's like, don't say the stuff. Gosh, I'm trying to make myself look a little bit respectable, my friend.
No, she's already going off on stories.
God.
No, she's just kind of talking. It's like, yeah, and actually there was this one time when he got in trouble that he decided to run to the outside of the village and try and climb a tree. And just as he got close to like getting to farthest reach, he slipped and his foot caught a branch and he was stuck dangling in the tree branch.
That can literally be anybody. She probably saw somebody else who looked like me. Probably my stupid cousin, Nick. And he probably did that. Yeah, no. I never climbed trees. I never left the house.
Ken, Old Man Jenkins saw you.
That was, again, like I said, Old Man Jenkins. He's probably senile at this point. So, he probably saw Nick out there just climbing away.
And then there was the seamstress Sarah Lynn.
Who's this? I don't even know who that is. You're just making up people at this point. Just know that I never licked dirt. I promise, and I never did that ever. That was Nick.
Roll. No, I'm not gonna make you roll deception.
Let me just see. I actually am trying to how this. I'll actually roll to like. I do want to deceive her one more time.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just for shits and giggles.
Oh yeah.
Not bad.
I'm a Decepticon.
Okay, she's looking at you like she wants to believe you, but she's also got that look of, I know you better.
Now, not Angels. Now, Ken, you gotta. you can't outsmart me.
Moms.
Make this an important lesson, swordsmen who are watching this. Never outsmart your mothers. It never works.
It doesn't ever work.
I don't. What kind of fool would lie to their mom?
Yeah.
Be nice to your mother.
Shout out, moms.
Otherwise, it will not go well. Shout out to all the moms of the world.
Woo.
It's not Mother's Day, but let's go.
No, yesterday was President's Day, but every mother should be president. Oh God.
Mom! I wouldn't go that far. Nah, you have to go to parents or moms. Nah, fam. I can't deal with that.
The Council of Moms.
The Council of Water Sheet will
The Council of Moms.
The Council will decide your fate.
Wait, isn't the Council of Moms just every Sunday night knitting group?
That or a PTA meeting.
Yeah, book club.
Yeah. Book club too. Yeah, book club, knitting, PTA.
You just see their chairs and they're like this like, really big high chairs and they're just like sitting there just a council will now decide your seat. like the weird people from Green Lantern. Oh wait, that movie never existed.
Oh.
But yeah. So I guess we're waiting for Ken's daddy.
Oh my god.
We're waiting for Ken's dad, yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, we'll wait for Daddy Ken.
I will get the wax stick.
Please do.
It's dull. It's dull. I'm not. It's dull. But this is
alright. So
I'm just kidding.
You guys sit for a little bit, talking amongst yourselves, and about like maybe 15-20 minutes later, the door opens and you see a bit of a sort of muscular man kind of walking in, and he's like, "Honey, I'm home. Sorry it took me a while. That meeting was almost horrendous. Like, I don't understand how many times Jenkins needs to file a petition for..." And he just kind of stops mid-sentence as he turns to the living room and sees all of you. And he's like,
"Hi, Dad."
"Oh. Hello, Ken. It's good to see you."
It's the same to you. Yeah, we just I wanted to see you guys again.
Well, it's good that you came by. Your mother's been missing you like crazy.
I can tell. But how was your work? Did I can assume nothing went right, like, usual, so.
Well, not really. Just trying to rearrange village trade routes. Old Man Jenkins is still trying to petition for some sort of additional barn to his property. I don't know. The man already has 3 barns. I don't understand why he needs a third. I don't understand why he needs another one.
Yeah,
this has been going on for months.
I told you, Mom. I told you that old man. He's kind of a little nutty up in there. He's a little senile. He's like Encino Man.
Ken, he's not senile. He's a farmer.
He thought it was me. Anyway.
Did you not scare the cows in his barn to the point where all the animals were going crazy?
No, I scared the horses.
You did.
Big difference.
What?
I did nothing wrong. Honestly, like, what did I this is to be expected. I told you guys I was a little troublemaker. I was a little shit. I was a little poop.
Dude, I feel like that never came up in conversation.
I literally said it. I was just some guy, who just got into everything. I was just little craziness.
Alright, fair enough. I guess I didn't ever hear that.
But yeah, it's nice to see you home, both of you.
Well, it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that you're doing well yourself, Ken.
Yeah. Yep.
Shiona's just slurping loudly on her iced tea at this awkward silence.
Yeah, you kind of, you just give me like, yeah, this is a little, I usually have cool things to say, but, oh, wait! I almost forgot. Hey, these are my friends. These are the people who fight with me. These are my home slices. This is Asta and this is Isui, two lovely people who I fight with. And these are slightly, I guess slightly stale. The home slices, a little on the wheat bread side, But,
Axel's just staring at you.
this is Axel and Shion. Except for Shion, she's still on the fresh home slice. But Axel, he's just full on wheat. Am I right?
Axel looks at you and is like, I can set your hair on fire, right?
But
Papa Lionheart just kind of looks between Asta and Isui and goes, well, it's very nice to meet you, ladies. Which one of you is the girlfriend?
God.
That'd be me.
Yeah, even Axel and Shion are just pointing to Isui.
Hi, that's me.
he's just kind of just standing there like.
Ken's just like, God damn it, Dad. Papa Lionheart just kind of goes over and shakes your hand and is like, well, it's very nice to meet you, Isui. Looks over to the counter and is like, now who put the photos down? He just goes over to all
Matt,
of the
how
pictures.
dare you? Why would you put down the photo? That's me. Come down here. Let me go get him really quickly. He's just gonna quit. He's gonna go and he puts his iced tea and stuff down. And he's gonna go upstairs and he's gonna be like, yeah, why'd you do that? And then he's gonna come back down and he's gonna be like, he's gonna change his hair a little bit, just kind of like, he's gonna change shirts as well. He's gonna be like, yeah, that was me. Sorry, I just didn't want you guys to see me as a baby, and you know how I am with my photos. Yeah, that and he's just like I'm just gonna go back upstairs now. Yeah. Don't worry, Ken will be with you momentarily.
Roll deception or performance.
I have higher. I'm equal in both. I've been doing pretty good with. Doing pretty badly with deception. So let's roll it again. Fuck.
No.
I can't even see it.
I got a 14.
Again? Or nope.
God damn it.
Yeah, so you try and pull off this Ken and neck situation.
No one's buying it.
Nobody's buying it. Your dad's still just busy putting all the pictures up.
Isui is too occupied and looking at the photos to notice.
Don't look at those.
You look at all these photos. Some of them are just of Ken's mom and dad when they were younger, sort of exploring Twilight Town and stuff like that. Some are pictures of Mama Lionheart holding Ken as a baby. Give me a perception check, actually, as you're looking at these.
Me? Okay.
Well, I mean, anyone who's wanting to look at these photos, yeah.
I have a 5 in perception.
Jesus, why are you...
12.
How?
How are you rolling 12s with a 5 in perception?
Yes,
Holy
I'm saying.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh.
That was meant to be not advantage. I'm
Damn.
so sorry. I'll take the 20.
Oh, listen here.
All right, well, I can't see it anyway. My computer's lagging.
Oh, I got 20.
She has 220.
Modified 20.
Gee, what?
Not nat 20s, just 220s. Like just all equal up to 20s.
Oh, dirty 20s. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's just unpure 20s.
Asta, as you're looking at some of these photos, You notice that there are a couple of other photos sort of hidden off to one side that do show Mama Lionheart when she was younger, but she's with not Ken's father, but a man that looks like he's in his like early to mid 20s or so, with dark skin and silver hair that looks a lot like how Ken's old style was.
Oh, so it wasn't an old bat.
Oh, shit.
I'm not creepy.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Oh, let's get on, Sean. Oh,
Wax stick.
I get it. That was hilarious. Oh, my hip.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking at some of these photos that have this this person that you have not seen before, but you notice that not only are they more off to sort of like a hidden side of things, but there aren't really that many of photos that have Mama Lionheart and this particular individual in them. There's like just maybe like one or two.
Ooh, do you have art for him? For young Xanar?
I do not.
Ah. I would like to see him one more time. I'm gonna look up his name.
Wait, young Xanar was kind of a fox. Oh my god.
Yeah. Now you see where King gets it from.
Honestly. Oh gosh.
Yeah, Isui, you're just mainly paying attention to all of the baby Ken photos.
Do I see any of like photos of Mr. and Mrs. Lionheart?
You do see photos of the two of them outside of baby Ken. You see there's a few of when they were like a lot younger, and you see there are pictures of them like in Twilight Town, pictures of them sort of like sitting on the clock tower, or eating at a restaurant, that kind of thing. Just ones of them staring at the sunset. You know, kind of like the romantic photos of the two of them when they were younger.
Isui takes a mental note that she needs to recreate some of these.
No.
And
Oh man.
goes on with her life. She says, "Wow."
Just for anybody who hasn't seen it, you know.
Let me pop over.
Wait, is it Scala Xanar, or is it like young Xanar, like when he looked more like, you know, evil? With yellow eyes and everything, or did he have his silver eyes?
I'm going to say, I'm going to say that he has his iconic yellow eyes in this one.
Oh. So
Damn. Even when he was evil, he was fucking.
He was still getting head. Oh my god.
He was still like maybe an 8.5 out of 10.
Dude,
yeah.
I need those powers. Darkness makes you handsome, apparently.
Apparently so, because like everybody on the freaking like darkness side is kind of handsome.
Yeah. Wow, Mr. Ken's dad, how do you want me to call you, Mr.?
You can just call me Mr. Lionheart.
Mr. Lionheart.
You see Ken's mom is just like, oh, there's no need to be formal, honey. They're Ken's friends. They're not any of your. He just kind of stares at her and is like, please, honey, just let me have my thing.
I mean, you know, I want to be respectful and stuff, you know. Not like old man Jenkins, apparently.
Yeah. Also, don't let my father fool you. He's a very important man, but at his heart, at his core, he's actually just a nice guy, a goofball even sometimes.
He does.
Wait. Oh man, wait until I tell you about the time that he, tried to. When I actually did climb a tree, not that one time, he tried to scare me out of it by like jump scaring me. So he nearly made me fall out of a tree. So that's great.
You seem to do that very often.
I told you I was a very interesting child when I was younger.
I see where you get it from.
Yeah, he acts a lot like me. I hope that's a good thing.
Mr. Lionheart, is that a good thing?
He sort of chuckles and he goes, well, did my wife tell you about the time that Ken climbed up a tree and got caught in a branch? Did she tell you about that?
She did, and that is one of my favorite stories.
That has not happened. I keep telling you, that was my cousin.
Listen to it for hours.
That was my cousin. Don't I have a cousin? Right, Dad? Don't I have a cousin?
Your father looks at you and is like, right, just like you weren't the one who shaved old man Jenkins' sheep.
Hey, I was cold outside, and I didn't want to come back in from playing. I was what, like 10 at this time? Yeah, I was like 10. Well, I just needed something to keep me warm, and there just happened to be a poor sheep nearby. It's fine. A sheep without his coat is just another sheep. It's fine. He'll grow it back.
You can't just.
Jenkins deserve it, okay? He got me in trouble a lot when I was younger. He always told on my parent. He always told on me to my parents.
Why do you guys?
Well, that's what happens when you always trespass on his farm.
That just sort of seems like it was gonna happen regardless.
I can trespass. He let me on the farm, and I leave, and then I go out back to the farm, and then I would shear sheep, scare the horses.
This seems like something you would be allowed on a farm for. Yes.
And curb stomp the cows.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he would let you go and do that. That would.
No, it's Chicken's fault. Promise.
Why don't we go ask him?
I'd rather not. Wow. He's probably gonna look at me like I'm a demon from the night. So let's not bark up that tree.
Okay. Oh. Classic.
Yeah, but anyways, I have to leave. And as he said, well, no, he's not. He's saying this is like a diversion. So, guys, it was really, and he's putting down the pictures. I was saying it was a really nice time.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, I'm not letting you get away with it that easy.
Damn it! Why am I rolling so low today? Everything has been just shit.
As you're putting him down, your mom is just like behind you, putting him back up.
Is she like trying to do it secretly?
No.
Oh, God dang it.
Well, there are some things that we do need to seriously take care of, Mrs. Lionheart. But we should get going here, right, Ken?
One last thing I wanted to talk about. Uh, so this is actually kind of the perfect time, because we've all been kind of wondering about it. How how did the whole thing with Xehanort and I, how did that happen? Because I mean, the last thing I can remember is that he, there's no way you can refer back to a 20-year-old when you're 70 something, right? Or like,
Well, your mom, your mom looks a mix of, kind of gives a sigh, and she's like, "Yeah, I was wondering when we'd get around to that. I think we're all gonna need some more tea." Couple minutes later, there's another pitcher of iced tea and more sandwiches out. Everyone's nibbling. She sits down in a chair across from you, tea glass in hand. She goes, "First off, let me just go by saying that, first off, I really didn't know exactly who he was back then. I mean, I wasn't a key bearer like you or any of your friends, and I never really went about my way to kind of go on epic adventures, even though I sometimes wish I did. But so I never really knew who he was until I had you and Riku came when you came and started asking some questions specifically about you and whatnot. But your father, your biological father, and I met actually in around the same time I was starting to move out of Twilight Town and back into and here to this little village area. He said he was a researcher traveling from Radiant Garden, and I mean, I wasn't sure if I was to believe him, or I wasn't really sure if who he was at the time, and and that whole thing. And we started kind of getting to kind of like talking to each. We started talking a little bit. He told me a little bit about himself and whatnot, and we had we started seeing each other about once every week or so, and then there was just a day where he didn't come back. And I wasn't sure what happened and anything like that. And not only that, and shortly thereafter, I moved out of Twilight Town to the village where I met your father. Looks over to Mr. Lionheart. And next thing we knew, we had a kid, and we had you, and started to raise you as one of our own. And then, well, then once things sort of kind of fell from with the key bearers and their fight against Xehanort and everything, any creatures tied to darkness started to be a little more wild and whatnot, but we always found that heartless attacks and attacks of creatures tied to the darkness were almost always a little more frequent when it came to our village, and at first we just thought it was just pure coincidence, but then the attack happened when you were 16 and the village was almost destroyed, and then you managed to save us, and everyone was surprised, awed, and confused at how everything happened, me and your father being one of them. And that was about when the other key bearers started taking sorry, someone's trying to call me. That was when the other key bearers started to kind of take notice of our village and everything, and they connected the dots, and next thing you know, I realized that I had a child with Xehanort.
But one thing I don't understand: how was it him when he was younger? Because, like, okay, this is out of character. Ken doesn't know who exactly Xehanort aligned himself with, so he doesn't know about Xemnas and some young Xehanort,
Yeah.
old Xehanort. He only knows that it was just Xehanort and a bunch of Organization 13.
A bunch of freaks.
Yeah.
So
A bunch of Xehanort 13s. Yeah. Your mom kind of shrugs and is like, I don't know. Riku never really explained all that, and honestly, I don't know if I really want a complete explanation. It's still kind of a weird concept to think that he wasn't exactly who he said he was.
Well, it's okay. I've come to terms with that, and for all I know throughout my life, you two have raised me. So as far as I'm concerned, you are my mom, and he is my dad. Xehanort was just I guess he just created me, but you two raised me.
He was a donor.
Yeah.
You see your mom kind of pushes back a couple of tears and just kind of smiles. She's like, I'm glad you think that, honey.
Now, we have one problem to deal with, so we'd best be off to kind of quell that. So it was nice to come back.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Lionheart, for your hospitality towards us.
Oh, the pleasure's all ours. In fact, we enjoyed having you guys as company.
Yeah. So I'll say, you want to say anything else?
No, it was lovely to meet you two.
And that is where we're going to end today's episode, on a nice, wholesome note.
Very nice.
Wholesome. We don't get those anymore. No wholesome ending.
Not that often. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned on Thursday to watch as our players go off to see what else the fuck is going on. If you want to watch the first episode of this campaign or see any of our other adventures, go over to YouTube, add the Swinging Swordsman. All of our wacky stuff are there. Until then, we will see you guys next time.
Stay creamy. Stay creamy, streamers and creamers.